Cornbread, good morning. Oh, man, arthritis is killing me. This weather. I got to move to Arizona. This isn't worth the aggravation. Gavin? Uh, did you see that? I thought I just said that. I did. I did. No pumpkin. Um, that Facebook post that I sent you for Marketplace. I don't know if you're interested in it, but seems like an awful lot of Cub Cadet parts for $400. Plows and rototillers and snowblower and whatever else. I don't know. Uh, didn't do much of yesterday. Quite frankly, I have not felt good for months actually, but the last 2 or 3 weeks have just been really bad. Well, we would, but we're looking towards high quality parts, like MTD and stuff like that. I don't need that junk either. There's no market for it. Well, you should have sent it on to your buddy Scott Urschel. Maybe he'd buy that stuff. I've seen some of the stuff he tries to sell. And you complain about my stuff. Hmm. I gotta check the ring real quick. There's no school today, but I couldn't see anything on my ring. Well, it's raining right now. Must be slick conditions. You're early. Hey, we're live. Am I back yet? Thank you. Mr. Amish, if you're here, I want to show you something. I don't know if you've ever seen one of these or not, but I thought it was neat. And if I'd have had the place for it, I'd have bid on this. Because I thought it was absolutely cool. It is a kerosene stove. I've never seen one that big. The oven works. It's got a fuel tank or something on the side that slides in and out that feeds the burners. I'd show you more pictures, but I have to go out of here to do that, and I don't think if I do that, I'm going to be able to keep coming back. It's probably going to buffer, but that is really neat. Fire it up, fire it up, fire it up. Yeah, it's really neat. Like I said, if I'd have had the room for it here in the house, I think it'd been cool to put here in this foyer. But it's cool. It is. And it was in really good shape. Let's see if I can. There. Most of the enamel's on it still, just a couple pieces right there of the porcelain, whatever. But that thing is actually a nice piece for its age. You got one? So that's cool. When I looked at it yesterday, it was up for sale yesterday. The auction was over yesterday. It had like 2 hours left, and it was at $115. That's cool. Oh yeah, I know you can't buy a stove for $115. Then again, you have to put up a chimney and all that other stuff around here. So, well, anywhere. But good morning, Dan. That's cool. I'm pretty sure they're probably more prevalent down in your area than they are here, because I've never seen any like that, and I've only seen one or two, like the 2 burner, that said tabletop or whatever. I've only seen one or two of those. Damn. Oh, yeah? Probably because they think it'll break after 5 days. The first 5 days, you're going to be nice and careful with it. After that, you know. No, I bet. That's a terrible way to go. Well, the rain is supposed to stop in an hour, it says. Okay. Well, it says rain, and the snow on the car is melting. So, good morning, Allie. How are you doing? Nice to see you. Well, um, just to let you know, it looks like it's slicker and snot on a doorknob out there. That's pretty slick. I did get my batteries from my ring yesterday finally. So if it quits raining, I'm gonna go out and put my solar unit or charger up and change the batteries. So, I'm doing okay. Sounds like another video. There you go. Yeah. Well, I just charged up my old phone, and I checked to see if the video worked on it, and it does, and the camera still works. So I'll probably do videos with that one because I can't get this one. I can video sitting straight up, the phone. Can't video it sideways. And I hate them videos that are side, straight up because they're so small, only that much of the screen. Tell you what, that coffee tastes good this morning. I had a rough night. Kathy had a rough night. It ought to be. Kathy said, well, I thought it was supposed to snow and 2 to 4 inches of snow this last night and stuff like that. I said, don't believe the weatherman. I said, you know what a weatherman is, don't you? It's a politician that couldn't get elected. Well, thank you. I ain't even going to try to pronounce Shizuzu, Shizuzawa, Shizuwa. Nice to have you here. Guy I worked with the other day, I seen him at the city council meeting. He says, man, you're getting gray. I said, I know, but my hair ain't. It's just my beard. My beard, my eyebrows, and nothing else. No. I'm getting all ready up for Santa Claus. We had that meeting Monday night about the egg producing plant over here. And it does pay good. She had to know 46,000% better than what she was making before. She's even better at it than Nancy Pelosi. Anyways, I had that meeting about that egg plant Monday night, and there's $50,000 in the bank right now. They're supposed to get another $50,000 after the bankruptcy's all been taken care of, and that makes 100,000. And they wanted to find out what they wanted to do with the money. Now, the city wants us, property taxpayers, to yeah. Anyways, they want us property taxpayers to do all sorts of city improvements with the money. And then they floated around, well, maybe we'll give grants to people to, help work on their house, like $500 or something like that. And I thought, well, that's really good and, good. But you can tell how our city operates. The people that are going to get the grants are going to be the people that don't need it. So, he probably should have said that. Anyways, I suggested we broke up into little meetings, like the 5 little areas. And you go give them a suggestion in each area. They had one like for home improvement, one for neighborhood improvement, one for personal improvement, and, one for parks and recreation. We don't need nothing for parks and recreation. We have a fund already set up that they use for park and recreation. So they just wanted extra money for that. So it ain't shit. You're right. So when I was there, I was talking about, how we're getting a roof, and, if you applied for the grant, it wouldn't pay for your roof, but it'd give you $500 towards it. Wow, $500. Ooh. So what I suggested is, they said there was 948 properties within a half a mile of the area. So what I suggested, I said, hey, why don't you just take that $100,000 when you get it all, because it could be 2 years from now or whatever when they finally get the 100,000 total. When you get it all, you send out a mailer to every property owner and tell them to come to the city hall, and you have them, by then probably $125 gift certificate or, card to Lowe's. That way they can improve their property with $125 worth of stuff. If they want to buy a barbecue grill, they can buy a barbecue grill. If they want to buy an air nailer, they can buy an air nailer. If they want to buy Clark bars from there, that's fine. But at least, it's going towards something. Yeah. So, then they said, well, no, because somebody might want to take that, $125 card and sell it to somebody else for $50 or $75 because they need beer money. And I looked right at him and I said, well, if you own property, okay, and your house needs some work, I'm pretty sure you're going to use $125 for stuff at Lowe's. Not beer, for stuff. Oh. But then again, if they sell that $125 card to somebody for $75 and that somebody's still in the area, now look, he gets $300 or $250 to fix up his house. So it's a win-win, What would you use it for? No. But some people say, well, why don't we, use it to pay for child care? Hey, if you can't pay to take care of your own kids, then you shouldn't have had them. I shouldn't have to pay for it. Well, let's give the money to the East Side Coalition. Okay? The East Side Coalition? No, thank you. Because they only help a select few on the East Side, which I live on the East Side. A select few on the East Side. And let's just tell you this. The select few that they don't help are skin pigmently challenged like I am. They don't, they tend not to help us because, we have an unfair advantage over everybody else because, we're privileged. That's several 20s, I know. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. Shots, everybody, shots. It's Water Glass Wednesday, 4 shots. Square table. It's about time. I had to send Junkyard to Alcoholics Anonymous for the last couple of weeks. Yeah, give it up, West End Girls. Yeah. So, that's right. And then they wanted there's a park over by Omnisource, and it's not really even a park. It's got a couple of slides and maybe a swing there. Okay? There's no lights there. I said, maybe we should put lights up there. That falls into where the Parks and Recreation, maybe the Parks and Recreation should put lights up there. They got the money for it. They should do it. Well, maybe we should put sidewalks in. Now, right down from the factory that they're getting this money from, that street is called Golf Street. There's 4 houses. 4 houses on that street. The rest of them are all factories within a half a mile of the factory. Now, that's south of it. North of it, there's no houses on that side of the factory. It's the fairgrounds. So there's no houses. There's only 4 houses on the east, north, and south side of that factory. Straight below it, or above it. They wanted to put sidewalks down Golf Street with it. And they brought this up in a meeting about about a year ago, I guess it was. That's what they wanted to do with it. And I told them absolutely not. And I said, there's more people around here and we all think that's probably a bad idea. Because for one thing, when my sidewalk goes bad, the city don't replace it. I have to, out of my pocket. So why would I want to put sidewalks in for somebody or a factory or factories and 4 houses? Put them in for them, tax-free, cost-free. Why should I want to do that? It costs me to have mine done. It should cost them to have theirs done. And quite frankly, I don't know why the city hasn't had them or made them do it. So there's a few streets around here that don't have sidewalks. And I think the city is lax on that. They should make the owners put in sidewalks. Because if there is no sidewalks, that means you got to walk on the street, right? Or in the grass. And I actually think that the city should put in sidewalks at all these properties and bill it to them. I mean, a lot of them probably couldn't pay for it all at once. I couldn't. But put it on their taxes. You know, pay so much a year on it until it's paid off. That's the only fair thing to do, because if they make everybody else pay to replace their sidewalks, then they should make these people fix their sidewalks or put in sidewalks. There's a place over west of here. They have sidewalks, but it's made with red brick, and they weren't put in right. It looks like a saw blade. The bricks are like this, where they've been pushed up, heaved up, and turned sideways and everything else. I can't believe the city will actually let that stand like that. Uh, yeah, but did they charge you for it? Huh. Well, there's a street over here, 2 streets down. The last 3 blocks does not have a sidewalk one on either side. So you got to walk in the street to walk down to the end of the road and then get on a sidewalk. Over there on Gulf Street, there's not a sidewalk. Only one place has a sidewalk on Gulf Street. The rest of them don't. Over on Berry Street, between Division and State, I think it's State, there's no sidewalks here, and that's 3 blocks. No sidewalks on either side. There's a bunch of places here that do not have sidewalks. And I've actually thought about it. If the city tells me that I have to replace my sidewalks, I've actually thought about just tearing them all out, filling it in, seeding it, and just be like the rest of the Joneses. No sidewalk. Hey, welcome back. Well, thank you. Huh. Anyways, I was looking at that thing from Stillwater, that kid. I don't know how he got himself a sweetheart deal like that. I really don't. You know what I'm talking about, Junkyard? Anybody? Bueller? Is this thing on? Huh? That kid from Stillwater. Have you read anything about that? Obviously not. No. Anyways, I guess as a kid, I don't know how old he is, 15, 16, 17 years old or something like that. He had raped and damn near killed one, but he raped 10 and damn near killed one girl. And these were young girls, his age or whatever. And they give him probation and rehabilitation. He can get no jail time, no nothing, and he's on a monitor. How the hell can you do that 10 times in an attempted murder and still not get any jail or prison time? I don't care how old you are. Seems to me, if I was a father of one of them girls, that kid would probably have an unfortunate accident. Just saying. Like, he couldn't cope with life, threw a rope over a tree branch and then, I'm just saying. What? Really? What? Yeah, I would if somebody did that to one of my kids and didn't get no repercussion from the justice system. Them 10 girls did not get any justice whatsoever. The guy is try to find. Here's something on YouTube about it. I'm pretty sure. Oh, come here. Oh, come here. She's been waiting. Oh, you've been waiting for Papa. Yeah, I know. Yeah. You've been waiting so patiently. I'm sorry. There. She's just purring like a kitten. But anyways, you get a chance, click that link and watch that. Yeah. Okay. You want me to scratch that for you? That's your state rep? Yeah. It hasn't been publicized because a lot of people, they're trying to block it out of the news and everything. I'm surprised that kid, in all honesty, I'm surprised there hadn't been a couple of fathers kicking the door of that house and take justice into their own damn hands. Because that kid, what is he, 17, 16, 17? Almost got away with murder. He would have got away with murder if he'd have killed her, because I don't see them giving him anything different than other than attempted murder, and he didn't get nothing for that. No. Oh, yeah? She's just as happy and content. Aren't you, pumpkin? Yeah. She doesn't have to go in the box tonight. Pretty good guy. Yeah. She doesn't get to go in the box. If she doesn't have to go in the box tonight, she can stay out. We don't have any grandkids tonight. Yeah. Ain't that right, Punker Dunker? Yeah. Mm-hmm. On the prowl. Yeah. Oh, I put the gate up so she can't get to the Christmas tree at night, but she doesn't seem to bother it too much when we're all awake. She might go underneath it and look at it and stuff, and maybe swing at it, but take a slap at it. But she don't really bother it. And probably next year it'll even be a lot better. She's getting used to it because she's only 2 years old. So next year she probably won't even bother it at all. She absolutely loves this. Getting her head scratched. Yeah, right. Yeah. Nana doesn't have any faith in you, Pumpkin. Papa does. Papa does. Yeah, that's a good girl. You ain't got a bad bone in you. Yeah, that's right. Now she doesn't. She did this. She did this the other day to Kathy. Laid down on her for a few minutes. But she doesn't normally do this. This I'm the only one she does this to. Yeah, nobody can pet her like that, but I can. Um, what gets me is I can be in my chair in the bedroom, and I have my phone on me, and I'm looking at a video or something. She'll jump up on the chair, run right up my chest, and then knock the phone away so she can be the center of attention. So I have to put down my phone and pet her because, it's a little me time. It pays good. There you go. Yeah. Well, you had to tell them to take some advice from Elon about his finances. It's funny the things she does. You're right. Uh, all about her papa. She loves her papa. Make sure every morning she gets her treats. Before I even did anything this morning, I put her in her cage about 10 minutes early yesterday. So before I did anything this morning, I got out of bed. I come out and got her treats out, put them down for her, and I opened up the cage for her and said, "Here you go, pumpkin." And she was a happy girl. I smell bacon. That is her favorite, bacon or ham. That right, girl. Now she loves chicken too, but if you put bacon, ham, and chicken down, she'll eat the bacon first, eat the ham, and then she'll go for the chicken. She's not a steak lover. She'll eat one or two little small bites of steak, and that's it. She won't eat any more. I don't know if she just doesn't agree with it or what. But, and she loves cheese. That right, baby. Yeah. Colby Jack or cheddar. I do spoil her. I told her a long time ago she wasn't allowed to die till after I do. I just couldn't take a heartbreak of another fur baby dying. It's time to get tough, and then a cat in a pot. I'm just kidding. I'm not Chinese. No. I've never had a cat that loved me like this one does. That's cool. That's good. That's good. Was the view on the TV or something? What do you do? Get up and turn the TV off? You heard that one, didn't you? Guy in a coma miraculously wakes up, walks over to the TV and shuts off the view and returns back to bed. Yeah, the view's enough to bring anybody out of a coma. Oh, pumpkin. Yeah. Yeah, I seen that report on Omar the other day. How she only had like $65,000, and I don't know how the hell she had $65,000, being that she was nobody. Been married 4 times or something. Been married 3 times, and then she was married to her brother. And if they could prove that, they had to deport her ass because she lied. So, it's a felony. Yeah. And I think they ought to make it just like they do the president. If you're not born in this country, you cannot represent this country in politics. Because every one of these, or you can't be a dual citizen in politics either. There is a lot of politicians that have dual citizenship. Yeah, that didn't make a lot of sense either. It doesn't make a lot of sense. And if they could prove B.O. was born in Kenya, oh, yeah, throw that kid underneath the brig. That way Big Mike can come see him every once in a while. Oh, they're treating you here. Huh. All right.
That's not me.
Huh? They're here. I can see them blinking.
Me. It's a city truck or something.
Huh?
A city truck or something.
Oh. That's right. Hit the like on the way out. All right, everybody. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Prayers and peace. And I will see you tomorrow, God willing, 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard. Have a good day, everybody, and take care.